What's up everyone, it's Tech Trooper 64, and today we're going to be doing actually a review of one of my favorite consoles of the 7th generation, and that is the Xbox 360. Now, this is going to be a new series of videos that I'm doing on my channel, and these are going to be reviews of 7th generation consoles, such as the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, the Wii, the Nintendo DS, and the PSP. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because ever since the 8th generation started, I thought we were going to have backwards compatibility when the Wii U came out. And when the Wii U came out, there was backwards compatibility. But the PS4 and Xbox One lacked backwards compatibility. Now, when Microsoft announced that the Xbox One was going to have backwards compatibility this E3, I thought to myself, hey, why don't I do reviews on the last generation consoles so that now people can sell their last generation consoles and get next generation consoles, right? So, why didn't I do that? So, we're going to be doing a review of every last gen console. This means the Xbox 360, the Wii, the PS3, the PSP, and the Nintendo DS. But first we're going to start with the Xbox 360 because the console, the Xbox 360, sold the least, according to Wikipedia. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to go see it yourself. That the Xbox 360 now sits at 83.4, I think, million units. And, you know, that's when it's gonna happen. That's the final sales, I should say, not when it's gonna happen. That's like when the Xbox 360 had its peak at the end, where it started selling 80 million, which 84 million isn't bad, but 84 million isn't bad. But it's not as big as the PlayStation 3, which I think sold 86 million. I have to go verify those again. But anyway, the Wii sold 100 million. We all know that famous number. But anyway, let's get right into the Xbox 360. So I'm going to zoom in here. So there's the top of the Xbox 360 console. And if you look at the front here, you can see it says Xbox 360, the power button, the eject button, and the USB ports down here. Let's see if my camera can capture that. Yeah, it can. There we go. So the two USB ports, 2.0. On the side we have some grills here. I think that's a fan right there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's just a fan. I don't think there's anything back here. And then if we turn it around, you can see all the imports here. You have the power cable. You have the HDMI, you have the AV cable, which is proprietary to the Xbox 360e console right here, which is the console version that they released after the Xbox One was announced. The Kinect port right there, the Ethernet cable, and two more USB 2.0s. And on the side you get more of a grill here, which I'm guessing there's a fan back there. And now that I'm looking at my camera, I think there is a fan in there. But anyway, on the top you can see the Xbox Nexus symbol and the huge cooling fan that's on the top. And on the bottom of the console you can just see the plain matte surface and the glossy surface with the Xbox Nexus yet again. So, there you are. That's the Xbox 360's form factor. And there's not much to the console. That's just the form factor of the Xbox 360e. I also have the Xbox 360 Slim and the Xbox 360 Fat. I don't have it, but I can tell you that I used to own it. And here we have the Xbox 360. Here we have the Xbox 360's controller, which is very famous for its Batarang-like design. Some people, you know, describe it as. Here, you can see a little bit easier of it. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I have to say that's one thing I like about the Xbox 360 is the form factor of the Xbox 360 controller, how it's so nice and it feels so great in your hands. Like, it just fits. Of course it's not perfect without its defaults. For example, I personally don't mind this, but I know a lot of people don't like it, how it has disposable batteries and doesn't have a rechargeable battery. And the D-pad sucks ass. It's terrible. It's a terrible D-pad. But yeah, that's pretty much the Xbox 360 controller in its current form. So anyway, what else am I going to show you today? Well, I'm also going to show you some gameplay of a few of my favorite Xbox 360 first-party titles, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay of some third-party titles and how they run on Xbox 360. And then at the end, I will give you my final verdict on the Xbox 360 console itself. And I'll also put in some footage of what does the Xbox 360's UI look like right now. So anyway, I'll see you guys in just a minute, and you can take a look at the footage right now. The first game I'm going to be showing off is Forza Motorsports 4 for the Xbox 360. I'll see you guys then.
Alright everyone, this is the Xbox 360 user interface here. Now Microsoft is all about the new 1TB Xbox One bundle, so they're talking about that. Here you can open the system tray. You can't see it, but the tray is opening now, and you can close it from the menu, which is great, you know. Then you can see my pins, like what shows up on the Xbox menu here. And then after, you can see the recent, which means what software you were recently playing with. It only like registers what you have digitally on the console, not what you have physically, like on the Xbox One, which is another good thing about the Xbox One. Here you have some Xbox Live Gold sales, which you can only get if you're an Xbox Live Gold member. So it's pretty good. They got some great deals. You know, I got some great games last month or so. You know, it's pretty enjoyable. Also, to the right here, you can see an advertisement for the new movie Ted, or is it Ted? Ted 2. And, you know, yeah, I heard it's a great movie. But, you know, if I scroll on it, it'll play some sound, which I don't want for copyright reasons. So, anyways, we're just gonna move to the social side very soon. Also, you can see that they're advertising a bunch of Xbox One stuff. So here we have the social stuff. It shows what friends are online, and you can check the avatar store to change up your avatar. You can sign in, sign out. That's one of my friends who's online, Phoenix. He's online right now, I guess, and you can join him. Here you can see what games you have, your own games. You can see the add-on content that you can get, the demos that are available, recommendations. You know, search games on the store, browse for games on the store, look for games that you own. Again, they only show the digital ones. Again, if you have Xbox 360, or Xbox One, sorry, they show what games you have physically and digitally. So it's cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next, they have here TVs and movies. Now, they don't necessarily mean only TV and movies apps to watch movies and apps. They also you mean like what's called? You can actually download shows and movies yourself if you want to. You can also get apps like Hulu, Netflix, Crackle, or even what's called Crunchyroll, and Show Me, which is exclusively to Canada. Here you have Xbox Music, and you know if you have a USB drive with music on it, you can listen to your music on here, which is cool. Here you got some apps, like you got some apps that are coming out very soon. You can browse some apps, you can search some apps, you can get apps like Crunchyroll, Twitch, YouTube, Netflix, you know, Show Me, which again is exclusive to Canada. And then you can get the NHL app for all your NHL news, which is great. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, this area here. They have a lot of apps considering it's a console. And then here is the system settings. You can customize your settings, your profile, your preferences, and even the Kinect. But I don't have the Kinect plugged in right now. That will be getting its separate own review when the time comes. You can turn off your console from here, but you can do it from your controller, so there's no point. You can take care of your family, like what Xbox Live members are part of your Xbox 360, and thus part of your family. And you can look at your privacy and your account. So that's pretty much it for the Xbox 360 UI. We're going to show you some Xbox exclusive games now, so enjoy. hope you guys enjoyed that first-party Xbox 360 games gameplay. That is first-party and third-party exclusive Xbox games. But now we're going to be showing you some third-party footage of games that are not owned by Microsoft or anything, but they're made by third parties and how they run on the Xbox 360s. The games consist of GTA 5, Battlefield 4, and Sniper Elite V2 for the Xbox 360. So we're going to show you that, and afterwards we're going to test the backwards compatibility by playing an Xbox original game called Amped Freestyle Snowboarding. Hope you guys enjoy the footage so far, and let's see what those games look like. And I'll see you guys after the review to give you the verdict. Peace.
I need some repairs. My vehicle's busted. We've neutralized objective Charlie.
Oh, shit! Hey, remember, we gotta be careful with these rides, homie. Simeon ain't about to stop my page.
Homie, man, if you need some bread, I can hook you up with JB's tow truck. It ain't got glamour, but it's some money to be made.
So him and Tanya can smoke crack in peace? Homie, I'm good.
We going right.
Yeah, whatever you say. Man, shit! Hey, watch out! Oh, we filming shit here, huh?
So after seeing all that great footage, now it's time to tell you finally my final verdict on the Xbox 360, the 7th generation console that landed in third place in the console race of last generation. Now, the sales of the 360 are still thriving, so I'm not sure. It could change. It still has the possibility to change, but I don't think it will. Now, there's the 360 console itself. And there's the controller. Now, I did show off some games today, and I'm going to show you the games I played, just so you know, for reference. But I will put a title on top of the gameplay so you know what game I'm playing. But here, the first game I played, actually I don't remember what the first game is, but I'm guessing it was Forza Motorsport 4, this game here. It's one of my favorite Forza games, and I decided to do it because, well, it's an exclusive on the Xbox consoles. This game is actually exclusive to Xbox 360, so it is actually not available on Xbox One. But once Microsoft clears up all the problems of the backwards compatibility, it's very possible the game could come back. Next game I showed off, I'm pretty sure, was Halo 3 ODST. See here? It's a pretty old Xbox 360 game. Heck, it even still has the old logo and the very old tag that says only on Xbox 360. So yeah, I showed off the campaign of the game. I only showed off the beginning, so there's not many spoilers. It's one of my favorite Halo games, and it's also exclusive to Xbox. So I'm going to put it to the side there. And I showed off Titanfall. Now again, Titanfall is not exclusive to Xbox. Well, it is exclusive to Xbox. I meant to say it's not a first-party game. It's made by EA, as you can probably see, and Respawn Entertainment. However, it is exclusive to Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. But trust me, once you see the gameplay, you'll agree with me. The game is pretty laggy on Xbox 360, and the graphics are pretty bad. For what it is, anyway. But, and I can easily say that they pushed the Xbox 360 to its limits. And I honestly would recommend the Xbox One version over this one by any day. So we're going to put that to the side. That was the 3 Xbox 360 exclusives, which are worth buying if you have a 360 or you're planning to buy one. But I would recommend to go to Xbox One. And then the next game I showed off was Battlefield 4, pretty sure. And it's made by DICE because I chose 3 exclusive Xbox 360 games and 3 third-party games. It'll be the same thing with the PS3, the same thing with the Wii, same thing with the DS, and the same thing with the PSP. So here you can see that Battlefield 4, you'll see in the gameplay, looks really good for 360 standards. But again, I would recommend the Xbox One version any day over this one. So yeah. And then the second third-party title that I showed off was Grand Theft Auto 5. Again, Grand Theft Auto 5 did actually really push the Xbox 360 to its limits, yet again. And it really did. I'm not kidding. And the game does look pretty ugly when you compare it to the Xbox One and PS4 versions. But, all things considered, it was a game with next-gen in mind. So, or, not with next-gen in mind, but with last-gen in mind. So, you know, you gotta give them credit where credit is due. And then the third-party game, I don't have it, like, physically. It's on the Xbox 360 digitally. It's called Sniper Elite V2. I chose that game because Battlefield 3, I was going to show that one, but Battlefield 3 required an update. I was going to show, Medal of Honor Warfighter. That game needed an update. I was going to show Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but that game didn't need an update, but it had no one online. So I chose, ultimately, Sniper Elite V2. You'll see the gameplay. It doesn't look bad, I'd say, for a game. So yeah, but there's a feature to the 7th gen consoles, most of them, that is called backwards compatibility. And this, and the Xbox 360, is the second console, actually the only console that finished the race with still having backwards compatibility into its system. And I wanted to test it out. So, the game I used to test it out was Amped, which is Amped Freestyle Snowboarding, which is actually a pretty fun game. On the Xbox 360, however, it runs at around 30 frames, not locked. It drops a lot of frames, you'll notice if you play it, or you'll see in the gameplay. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good game, I like it. But that's what I use to show off the backwards compatibility. I have a whole stack of Xbox original games, but this was the only one I had in that stack that actually ran on the 360. Because, as you know, there's only select games that did run on the 360 for backwards compatibility for multiple reasons. But anyway, those were the games I showed off for the Xbox 360, and now on to the console's review. So, final verdict on the Xbox 360. I gotta give it 8.5 out of 10. The console gives great, and I mean great features. The controller is amazing, you know, minus the crappy D-pad, but, you know, you can forget about the D-pad because, you know, yeah, the D-pad is important, it is really crummy the way it's built, but I can tell you that it's still pretty responsive. It still responds to your button clicks, but it's very mushy and I don't like it. And the disposable batteries, you can forget about those, honestly, because the console's controller is great. But you know, that's only one good point. The online service, Xbox Live Gold, you guys may know that you have to pay for it. The infamous, you gotta pay for Xbox Live. But I gotta tell you something. It's a worthwhile purchase because on the Xbox Live, when it was down during last Christmas, it was the first network that went online. Minus Nintendo Network because that was always online. It wasn't attacked at all. But the PlayStation Network took around 4 days to get up and running again. But the Xbox Live took about 2 days. So there was a lot of great service to it, and you get free games just like the PlayStation Network's PlayStation Plus, but I think it was worth it. And I think it's a way better value than PlayStation Plus, if you ask me. I got a lot of great service with it. The online never broke down, you know. It did sometimes, but not all the time, and it always gave me a great service. Another thing that's great about the Xbox 360 is that there's a whole wide variety of games. There's a total of 1,752 games on the Xbox 360 available to date. And I gotta say, all of them are amazing, and there's still more to come because third parties and first parties a little bit, and indie devs are not giving up on the Xbox 360 and PS3 consoles, which I personally think they should. But anyway, one more thing that I didn't like about the 360 is how, if you really notice it, there's a lot of issues with downloading games lately. And even today, when I was filming the footage for all these games, I was trying to download like a bunch of games that I got for free with Xbox Live, and they wouldn't download. They refused to download. I don't know why, but they refused to download, and I don't want to explain why. I can't explain why, but it refused to download the games like Tomb Raider and BioShock Infinite and Thief. All those games wouldn't download for some reason. So I still have to fix that issue. I'm not sure if that's something really with the Xbox 360. I just decided to include it just in case if it is a problem with the Xbox 360 itself. But I think it's just a personal problem, my own 360, and not really one that can be fixed. But yeah, there was one more feature I wanted to talk about. Right, the interface. Very clean, very tidy. I gotta say, it's a great interface. And honestly, if I would recommend a last-gen console to buy before you head into next-gen, I guess, I'd say the 360. You get all the games on it, the online service is great, it's still up and running, and, you know, the games, most of the time run really well. I wouldn't say like new games like Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, all those new games that are meant for next-gen, I wouldn't say those run perfectly on 360, but I'd say they run at least okay. But anyway, guys, so my final verdict for the Xbox 360 console is an 8.5 out of 10. I gotta say, it's a great console, it's got great value, but I don't think it's far away from being the best console ever. It's a great console, it's up there with the greats, but it's not the best console that ever existed in all of reality. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this review. The next review will be probably the Wii, because I don't have enough PlayStation 3 third-party and first-party. Well, no, I have too much first-party games. It's the third-party games I don't have enough of. And, yeah, I just won't be able to do that for the PS3. So the Wii's review will come up, but that might take some time, too, because, well, the Wii, with Nintendo's terrible online stuff, like if you show footage you get a copyright claim. I got a copyright claim on one of my videos already. I don't want another one, but I will have to find a way around that. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching this review. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.